And a good evening. You're tuned in to Selinsgrove basketball on SBC Sports Live. Tonight's matchup, a cross-river rivalry as the Selinsgrove Seals take on the Shikellamy Braves. Great to have you with us this evening. I'm Nicholas Severini. Joined alongside me is the coach, Ray Moyer. And, well, Coach, this is a bit of a homecoming. We talked about it off there, didn't we, Ray? You graduated here, went to school here, graduated here at Shikellamy where we're playing this game today. And then, of course, longtime coach over at Selinsgrove. They find you in the broadcast booth. A lot of very friendly faces, a lot of friendly names going to say hi to you now that you're not involved, I should say, in the activities, including even the refs. But going into this one, you know so much about this rivalry, of course. Judging by what we have seen so far in the early stages, going back to the JV game, the crowd piling in, it's shaping up to be a really good one. I'm excited. I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, Nick, you summed it all up. It's just going to be a great atmosphere tonight. Two teams need this game tonight because of the District 4, District 6 conglomeration, if you will. Seals are currently seated second. The Braves are seated third. And that could easily flip-flop with a Brave win tonight. And Seals would like to cement their second spot and maybe even climb to first here. But, yeah, it's a great crowd. All the Shikellamy fans students are in black. Selinsgrove's got a good contingent. They're all dressed in white, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Well, you've seen a lot of iterations of this rivalry along the Susquehanna River. Had to think of that pronunciation a couple of times before saying it out loud, but it's Selinsgrove traveling across the Susquehanna River to take on Shikellamy this afternoon going into this evening. Let's talk about the Seals. They come in with a record of 7-5 led by head coach Justin Kaiser. They were on a bit of a couple-game winning streak. They had a tough tournament against Cumberland Valley and Mechanicsburg, 2 losses there, but they were able to bounce back once conference play began, defeating Milton 43-34, an emphatic victory against Jersey Shore 77-29. And in their last game, however, they did drop that one against Williamsport 59-56. However, Coach, they were down 35-15 at halftime, and then they got some elusive scoring, especially at the behest of Reese Noggle coming off of a 25-point game against Williamsport. So, of course, a loss. It's no such thing as moral victors really in this sport, but the Seals definitely have gone on to a better foot even with the loss against Williamsport.
Down 20, you could easily just packed it in and said, okay, let's let the JVs play the rest of the game, and they wanted no part of that. They got used to the Williamsport pressure. Started playing with more confidence and really took it to the Millionaires in the second half. Totally outplayed them in the second half, and hopefully a springboard for the Seals tonight that they'll build off that and come out and play with confidence like they did against Williamsport in the second half there on Mondays. So we'll see, but things are pointing in the right direction for the Seals.
And one more thing with the Seals as well. This game was supposed to be played at Selinsgrove High School. However, due to a water leak, they had to move the location of this game. We're actually in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. We're at Shikellamy High School for this one. Is there any sort of factor going into having that late location change? Obviously, you're going to have a bit more of a hostile crowd, even with it being a cross-river rivalry. Is there any sort of difference or any sort of negative contribution there for the Seals having to play here at the last minute, or are they just going to go ahead and play like normal?
Well, the schedule change isn't a big deal, but it is obviously a home gym for Shikellamy. They play well in this gym, so. But the Seals, they get their chance to take them back later on in the schedule. So, yeah, for right now, it's nice to have the home field advantage, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a 10-minute bus ride, so it's not like oh, hey, we got to go drive for 2 hours on a bus and get off the bus and try to shake all that off, Nick. So, just coming across the river, and these kids all know each other. I mean, they're going to play hard. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun tonight.
And, of course, their opponents, the Shikellamy Braves, a record of 4-7 losers of 2 of their last 3. But in these type of rivalries, obviously anything can happen. We'll take a quick break for the anthem. When we return, we will have the starting lineups and tip-off between Selinsgrove and Shikellamy on SBC Sports Live.
Platinum Central Pennsylvania is celebrating 10 years in the Mid-State, and we're offering 10 cents down for a limited time only. Come see us at any one of our 6 locations in Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Selinsgrove, and the brand new Platinum Hershey. Only 10 cents down. Your show, your flow, just bring the dough. Platinum, baby, we get you done.
Senior Helpers of Sunbury offers a comprehensive suite of programs and services that support aging in place. Our primary goal is to help provide a high quality of life for our clients and their families by delivering customized, dependable, and affordable care. If you or a loved one is interested in learning more about what Senior Helpers can do for you, visit us online, on Facebook, or in person at 39 North 4th Street in Sunbury.
A one-of-a-kind experience that you will want to relive time and time again. Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge. Their team painstakingly focuses on every detail to ensure that every aspect of your experience is truly breathtaking. Whether it's a date night, special occasion, private events, both big and small, from beginning to end, Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge offers a truly remarkable experience that you and your loved ones will cherish forever. Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge, Selinsgrove.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, fourth generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
And a great live national anthem there. Great to have you with us at Shikellamy High School in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. We're just about started to get this one underway alongside Coach Ray Moyer. I'm Nicholas Severini. Let's get into the starting lineups. We'll start with the hometown Shikellamy Braves coming in with the starting five of Ryan Williams, Cameron Leonard, Asher Moyer, Mason Dietrich, and Brady Wilson, the starting five. They are wearing their white kits for this evening, white shorts, white tops with black on the numerals and lettering Braves on the front of the jerseys. For the Selinsgrove Seals, they go into their kits, their blue kits I should say, shorts and tops with red and white stripes on the sides, white colors on the numerals with red borders, and seals on the front of the jerseys. Their starting five: Reese Noggle, Gavin Bastian, Valentino Barillero, Blake Haddon, and Spencer George, the starting five for the Seals. We mentioned Reese Noggle coming off of a 25-point showing. Another good showing as well for Shikelamy's Mason Dietrich, who had a team-high 20 points, including 3 threes in their last game, a loss against Shamokin area. So two top talents coming off of their team highs respectively. Coach, this is set to be a real good one. You can feel the atmosphere in the crowd, close to capacity for this night's affair.
Yeah, the Seals really they've been struggling all year, Nick, with the first quarter, and in this loud gym, hostile gym if you will, they really need to have a good first quarter and score some points. Points has been the big issue for the Seals in the first quarter. They snapped out of it against Milton and Jersey Shore, did quite well in both of those first quarters, but then against Williamsport they scored, I think it was 4 points in the quarter, and so they got to figure it out early and try to quiet this raucous crowd a little bit, and and that's going to depend on how aggressive they play and how well they execute their offense.
Close to capacity crowd, still some late stragglers filing in. We've got the Braves student section, the Shikellamy Braves student section right to the right of us and ahead of us there, where you can see on your screens tuning in the Selinsgrove student section. This is a crosstown rivalry, and I gotta say, judging by the atmosphere prior to this one, it's shaping up to be a really good atmosphere. We'll see if the game can provide it.
Yeah, a lot of crazy games over the years that I've been involved with. I used to coach against Tim Four mainly, and Tim and I have always had some great battles. Sometimes he'd come out on top, sometimes we'd come out on top, but it didn't matter. Every game, it was always a lot of fun.
Seals go with a lot of height in their starting five. The one advantage that Selinsgrove has over Shikellamy on paper, but we'll see what happens when the ball's in play. Three-man refereeing crew, John McDaniel, Steve Jacoby, and Corey Hauser, the three referees in charge of this rivalry matchup. A handshake at center court as the referee blows the whistle, separates the two. Ball is tipped up into the air, won by the Braves, and we are underway from Sunbury. And a quick three, right wing. That one goes short. Contested rebound won by Shikellamy. Offensive board in the paint. He's triple teamed down low. And it's going to be an offensive 3 seconds there on Asher Moyer. He did well to get the offensive board, but he had a bit of a shrug of the shoulder there. No one really to pass to in the end.
Yeah, Moyer got caught in the trees there and couldn't get rid of it. And Corey Hauser called him for 3 seconds. Good call.
It'll be Reese Noggle crossing the timeline, coming off of a 25-point showing against Williamsport, the only player averaging double figures for Selinsgrove this season so far in this starting five. It's Haddon up top.
And it looks like the Braves are starting out in kind of like a 3-2, 2-3, some type of hybrid there, trying to spread the Seals out a little bit.
Passing into the paint, and the layup falls for Gavin Bastian. Bastian, 14 against Williamsport in the last affair. In the last game this team played, I should say, able to get his first bucket there, and getting his first block on the other end of the floor is Blake Haddon, meeting him at the apex.
Yeah, Seals tried to press there and got a little bit of a trap, throw it in, and that's the beauty of this press is you have to answer to the trees once you get inside.
The trees answered back on that affair. Inbound, won there by the Braves. It's at the right wing for Leonard. Now pass to the left corner. Good passing in the half court. It's Williams, thought about the three. Cross court, open, right corner, Leonard, three. That one short. Offensive rebound, Wilson. Wilson tries to float one up. That one won't fall. And this time getting the board was Noggle.
Yeah, Leonard had a wide open look. He's a good shooter, and Coach Kaiser called a timeout right away. I don't think he liked that Leonard was that open and wants to talk about it a little bit. Plus, I think the Braves are running that 3-2, Nick, and he probably wants to talk about how to attack that, although Bastian had the right idea. The lane was wide open. Gavin just took it right to the hole.
So 2-0 start in favor of the visitors, the Selinsgrove Seals. Very quick timeout, as you mentioned. Obviously, you were a former coach. You call a timeout this quickly. What is that for?
I think really he saw the 3-2 zone. Maybe wasn't expecting. Maybe Shikellamy hasn't shown a 3-2 this year. And I know the Seals haven't seen much of a 3-2. So I think he wanted to talk about, hey, let's make sure we're running this and look to where to attack it. So we'll see if that's exactly what happened there on the timeout.
They're going to inbound right where we are in the commentary booth, right to the left of us. And as inbounding there is Haddon, as Reese Noggle will cross half court with it. They stick to that zone defense, Shikellamy will. Into the low block, trying to go cross court. Able to find Barrelero, double teamed. They'll reset up top. Right wing, thinking about the three, and firing is Haddon. That one is rattled out. Offensive board by Bastian. Haddon, extra bounce pass to the low block. The layup won't fall, however, from George. Tried to be kept in play, going into the student section. Unable to keep it in play there was Bastian. It'll be Shikellamy basketball.
Blake had a good feed there to Spencer. Spencer just unable to come up with the 4-footer.
First time we're starting to see a bit of a soft full court press here from the Seals. They go cross court and eventually into the front court for Dietrich. Dietrich not getting going yet. Here's Wilson. Tried the dribble, had it poked away, and they go to ground in some potential extracurriculars as well, as Spencer George and Asher Moyer both went to ground for a jump ball, possession arrow favoring Selinsgrove.
Yeah, good hustle by Moyer and by George to get down and dirty on the floor there, and Seals won the possession.
Right corner.
Luke Piezzo checking in early for the game in place of Barrelero.
And the shot attempt there on the baseline drive by Bastian won't go, but a foul is called. That'll cause our first free throws to be taken by Bastian. At the 5:54 mark in the first period, we're still at 2-0. It's got a real tense atmosphere, I would say, so far. We had a little bit of that extra effort there on the jump ball. All clean basketball, of course, so far in the early stages, but you get the sense that both teams know how big of a game, how big of an affair this matchup is, as Bastian unable to hit the first.
Probably the biggest crowd both teams have played for in front of all year, and there could be some nerves here.
As you mentioned there, Coach Luke Pietchu checking in the first substitution made by the Seals as Bastion splits the pair at the free throw line, 3-0 the score. And now half-court press, nearly getting to the best of the Brave attacker. It's able to be kept in play to the right corner. Now with it is Wilson, and had it poked from behind. It's stolen away by Noggle.
Yeah,
Noggle thought about going quick. We'll slow it down instead.
Good deal, good D by the Seals. They got a good trap and they're able to create a turnover.
Passing entry into the paint is stolen away on the other end, and now they'll go quick. Tough look and blocked away by Pietchu off the bench and getting the stuff.
We have 3 blocks already by the Seals, and that time Luke Pietchu got up, played some great D, and had the block. Not officially a member of the Trees, but he got way up and made a nice block.
Seed still growing there, but he was able to get the block. Here's a right corner 3, gets it to go. There is Cameron Leonard from downtown, and that ties the ball game up at 3 apiece.
You better know where Cameron Leonard is at if you're going to play a 2-3 zone.
Leonard shooting 31% from downtown, and a travel step too many there. The plant leg moving for Luke Pietchu.
Yeah, Luke didn't have his feet set, and when he caught it, then he tried to set his feet, and referee right on top of it.
Once again, the full court press by the Seals. This time it's able to be broken. Moyer bounce pass to the top of the key for Wilson. Wilson to the right corner, thinking about the 3 is Leonard. He'll drive, right elbow, no look pass to the other elbow. Shot up, won't go. But a foul called there on the drive from Asher Moyer as he'll take a trip to the line.
Moyer very aggressive on that drive. One dribble, had his head down, and he drew the foul. If he's going that fast and with his head down, you get out of his way and say, go ahead and see if you can make that shot.
Asher Moyer, the 6'1" big, the forward, 45% from the charity stripe this season. He misses the first. Both of these teams, based on the entirety of the season, they've struggled in the first half in terms of scoring. Shikellamy's worst quarter, in fact, is the first quarter. They're only averaging 9.4 a game in the opening minutes. As unable to make both free throws there is the Braves forward, with the Seals picking up the rebound. Still 3-3, 4:30 to go in the first quarter.
Seals need to get 2 guys in the post, 1 high, 1 low against this press. Right now they only have Spencer in there. They need to look to attack it at the high post.
Blake Haddon thought about the left wing 3, fakes, drives, Euro step, shot up and rattles out. Some of the Shikellamy faithful wanted a foul, none called. They're letting him play early on.
Yeah, that looked like that could have been a charge, which would have been huge because that would have been Blake's second foul early in the first quarter.
Blake Haddon, a big contributor for this Seals team, nearly picking up his second there on the drive. Couldn't get the finish. Still 3-3, triangle offense out to the left wing now for Dietrich. Dietrich on the drive, tough shot. That one won't go, but a foul called. And it's been a bit more start and stop now the last couple of minutes of play as the Braves will get 2 more free throws.
Good drive by Dietrich there. He got the ball on the wing, took a power dribble, went up strong, and was able to draw the foul.
Mason Dietrich, 20 points, 3 made 3-pointers in the last game, a loss against Shamokin. Makes the first on the season. He's shooting 69% from the free throw line. That is the most of any starter for the Braves. He's able to get the first and give the hometown side their first lead of the day.
Tyler Swineford and Nate Cataldi checking in for the Seals.
Swineford and Cataldi, as you mentioned, one of the first names off the bench for Justin Kaiser throughout this season. It'll still be Reese Noggle taking it out.
Cataldi's had the hot hand with the 3-pointers, so Coach Kaiser looking to get some 3-point shooters in the lineup here against this zone.
I remember in the game against Cumberland Valley, Cataldi, though it was in garbage time at the moment, at that point in the game, was able to hit a couple big 3-pointers to get the offensive train rolling.
Pretty much anything after the first quarter, Nick, was garbage time the way Cumberland Valley came out and played.
Yeah, but he's earned a bit more playing time, has he, Cataldi? He's in a difficult spot here against the press. He's able to be beaten by the Seals. Almost an open look there for Pietchu. He couldn't get the dribble. Open look, top of the key, Noggle. He faked the 3, gets double-teamed on the left wing. Aggressive half-court defense for the Braves. Now it's with Haddon. Crosses over, extra pass down low, blocked away there by Ryan Williams and able to be kept in play as well. Great defensive effort there.
Yeah, good look by Blake to find Swineford underneath, and Shikellamy reacted well, made a nice block.
A great block there by Williams. All 5'11" of them rising up for the occasion. Stops the dribble up top, have to give it to the left wing now for Moyer. Right corner trying to get into the post. Dietrich gets by the defender. Shot up, won't go. Bit too strong. He's able to get his board. Tries to throw one up, flails the arms. He's able to get blocked low as it'll stay that side of the floor.
Yeah, Dietrich had a nice mismatch on Cataldi, much bigger than Cataldi, and Nate stood his ground and made Dietrich miss the shot. Break for the Seals.
This Braves team typically goes 7 deep throughout these games. First change made as Xavier Fashaw comes in. Off the inbound, shot up and blocked again. The third block by a Selinsgrove defender, and this time it's Barolero playing the fly swatter.
Foul did a really nice job going straight up, not drawing the foul, and it really tough to shoot over that kid. He's 6'7", long arms, and he really got up there. Great job not picking up the foul.
And a turnover, a long possession there for the Braves, not resulting in any points as Moyer lost the handle.
So far, things going the pace that Shikellamy wants. They're playing that zone. They want to slow it down. The Seals in their last couple games have been getting a lot of transition baskets. So far, no transition baskets for the Seals.
I was just about to ask you as well, this slow tempo, who it favors more? As you mentioned, the Braves seem to be the benefit of this type of play style as a foul is committed off the ball before the attempt there by Tyler Swineford.
I think somebody grabbed Val as he was coming across the lane, and it was Williams, his first foul.
Both teams now with 2 team fouls in this one at the 2:11 mark of the first quarter, 5-3 the score after a quick break. Coming right back into the game is Mason Dietrich.
Xavier Fashaw in for the Braves right now.
Pass to the right corner for Noggle. Stops the dribble. Gives it into the post for Barolero. Barolero stops the dribble. Needs help. Finds it in Piachu. Piachu on the right wing. To the left wing now for 3. That one short. Rebound. Fought forward. Bouncing in the air once, twice, thrice, and picked up by the Braves. Moyer trying to take it quick the other end. Stops on a dime and an offensive foul. An offensive foul called on Asher Moyer, as the Seals defense in transition able to draw the charge.
Great job by Luke Piazzu. He stood his ground, gave up his body for the team, and that's 2 fouls on Asher Moyer, and he is headed to the locker room. Right now he's just going over to get a drink. I think he's okay.
Good to see him in good health, but those 2 fouls picked up quickly here in the first frame. Piachu. Entry pass for Barolero. Barolero double team Piachu, picks the pieces up, and a foul is called on Brady Wilson, the 6'2 senior, picking up a personal there.
And that'll be Brady Wilson's first foul. He just bodied Piazzu. Good job by Luke trying to drive to the basket there, Nick, and that's what you got to do against this zone. You got to look to dribble and penetrate, either get your shot or get an open teammate.
Tyler Swineford to inbound. Gives it to the right wing for Bastion. Bastion with a head of steam. Extra bounce pass, low block lay, won't go, but another foul call. That's the 7th team foul combined for both of these teams.
And I believe that's on Mitch.
Looks like that's Logan McAllister, according to the PA
right, yeah,
here, getting into the ball game and picking up the personal.
Yeah, McAllister just got in the game, picked up his foul. Val's been struggling from the foul line this year so far. He needs to figure this out and start making some points for his teammates.
Yeah, Barolero shooting less than 10% from the free throw line, trying to change his momentum up there. Both shots going off, back iron, contest there for the rebound off the free throw. It finds Xavier Fashaw. Fashaw poked from behind as it's stolen away just as quickly.
Yeah,
Bastion with it.
Bastion, great hustle, came from behind and took it away from him.
Low pass there for Cataldi. He was able to pick it up, but not before taking a step too many. Another turnover, the second travel by a Seals player in this quarter.
And Paul Hamas checking in for Cataldi. Paul Hamas, another good three-point shooter for the Seals.
He is the second leading scorer off the bench, only befitted by Nathan Cataldi off the bench for the Seals, averaging just under 7 a game. It's with Ryan Williams at the logo. To the left corner for Fashaw. Fashaw pass to the left elbow for Leonard. Leonard trying to create space, triple teamed. And another offensive 3 seconds call. This has been a bit sloppy now for both teams. A couple unnecessary turnovers, you could say.
Yeah, and a quick count on the 3 seconds there. It probably was 3 seconds, but usually you get a little bit of an extra second, a baker's dozen 3 seconds, or whatever you call it. And the ref has got a quick count tonight.
players will have to adjust to that one on the floor as it goes out of bounds on the baseline. It'll stay Selinsgrove basketball, 5-3. Not a lot of scoring so far with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Paul Hamus to inbound. Gives it out to the top of the court for Bastion. They'll take their time with the rock. They have struggled against this zone defense that the Braves have played in this first period. Here's a drive in the post and another offensive foul called. This time Barrelero with a bit too much aggression on the low block as he commits the offensive foul.
Yeah, Val pushed off there. Anytime you extend the arm, it's easy for the ref to call. He can get away with it if he stays kind of straight up and down and bumps a little with the body, but that time he extended the arm, that's an easy call for the ref.
Williams inbounding, gets the rock right back in the backcourt for Shaw. Shaw crosses the timeline, bounce past the left corner, able to find Dietrich. Dietrich double teamed and a travel. Good defense there, double teamed on the left corner. Helping out in the end there was Haddon as he was able to draw the turnover.
And that's one thing the Seals have done the last couple games, Nick, is they trap deep, almost at the foul line extended or at the top of the key on the sideline, and that's caused a lot of teams a lot of problems.
Here's Blake Haddon after drawing that travel. Up top, open look three. Paul Hamus. That one goes off the back iron. Rebound grab by Fashaw. Fashaw, quarterback pass. Able to find Leonard. Leonard double teamed. A lot of contact there. No foul called. Offensive rebound. And this time able to draw the foul was Brady Wilson, as Wilson will head to the line for 2 more free throws with just 3 seconds left in the opening quarter.
The foul on Blake Haddon there, and I was looking to see if John McDaniel was going to call that on Haddon. I thought Haddon was clean. If anybody got him, I thought it might have been Paul Hamus. Somebody reached in on the side, but he called it on Haddon. That's 2 on Haddon. So both teams, they're big men with 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
A pair of starters now with 2 fouls, a big storyline throughout this ball game. The early foul trouble for the Bigs. Still 5-3 as Wilson was unable to convert the first. Second will rattle home. 6-3 the scoreline, 3 seconds left. Still enough time for the Seals to throw something up. It's inbounded to Noggle. Noggle, good if it goes. And that one too far to the right in the end. We're through 1 quarter of play. The scoreline, Selinsgrove 3, Shikellamy 6. We'll see if there will be some more offensive production in the next quarter when we return. You're tuned into Selinsgrove basketball on SBC Sports Live.
Senior Helpers of Sunbury offers a comprehensive suite of programs and services that support aging in place. Our primary goal is to help provide a high quality of life for our clients and their families by delivering customized, dependable, and affordable care. If you or a loved one is interested in learning more about what Senior Helpers can do for you, visit us online, on Facebook, or in person at 39 North 4th Street in Sunbury.
And welcome back, welcome in. You're tuned into Selinsgrove basketball on SBC Sports Live. 8 minutes down, 24 minutes to go here alongside Coach Ray Moyer. I'm Nicholas Severini. And, well, Coach, the scoreline dictating how the game has been played so far. Just 9 total points combined in the first quarter. Very start and stop. The refs have been on top of it so far. Both sides really struggling to get any sort of groove going.
Yeah, really sloppy offense by both teams. Both defenses doing a good job playing 2-3. We'll give credit for the zones for playing well, but nobody really hot from either team making shots, and both teams might have more turnovers than they have points. So just a real sloppy game so far. We'll see which team can get it going here.
I tell you what, we don't have the official statistics in front of us, but in terms of turnovers, there had to have been a combined 6 or 7, maybe even 8 turnovers in that first quarter. Almost more turnovers than points. Here's a dribble drive and blocked again. That's the 4th block by a Seals big man as Noggle gets the rejection. Other end, tough shot, floater, no. Offensive rebound, George had it stripped away. The Seals reset up top for Piachu. Piachu to the left corner, Noggle. Extra pass to the left wing for Bastion. Bastion under the rim, right corner, 3. That one too strong. There is a lid on both Peach baskets so far.
Good ball movement by the Seals, but nothing to show for it.
Dietrich in transition, no. Double teamed in the paint, and a foul called, not a jump ball. It's a foul called. Brady Wilson was there to contest. We'll see if it's on him.
And
it's going to be instead on Mason Dietrich. He picks up his first.
Yeah, I was going to say if that was on Wilson, that would have been his second, which would have been a bad news for the Braves here.
This resembles a heavyweight fight in the 10th round. A bit sluggish with both teams going for blows. Good off-ball movement, Paul Hamus. Thought about the three, gives it out to the left wing instead for Piachu. Piachu looking for options. And just a step too many once again. That's another travel called.
Yeah, he took 2 steps and then a hop, and that was 1 too many. Seals were matched up last time down the floor, Nick. Let's see if out of the press here they try to match up again.
1-2 passing to the right wing for Leonard. Leonard getting the high screen. Left corner Fashaw. For Wilson. Wilson, tough shot, gets it to go. Brady Wilson converting on the field goal attempt. It's an 8-3 lead for Shikellamy.
That was a nice turnaround jumper by Wilson. He made it look easy.
Up top for Piachu. Bastion on the left wing, drives, double teamed, surveying the field. Up top again for Paul Hamus. He's done really well off the ball in getting space. Hasn't converted a field goal yet. This could be a chance here. Spencer George. And that one won't fall as well. Leonard with the rebound and the spin move. 3-on-3 the other end. Leonard, bounce pass for Shaw on the left wing. Up top for Williams. Williams on the drive, double team, draws contact, and will head to the line for a pair of free throws on the foul call.
And that'll be a foul on Spencer George, his first. Spencer had his arms up in the air, but he was moving his body and he wasn't set, so a good call by the referee. The Seals aren't getting anything inside. We talked about on paper that they're the bigger team, but they're not really scoring in the paint. None of the big guys are getting the ball inside and getting some easy baskets.
First free throw made there by Ryan Williams, shooting
a couple threes with no success on the threes.
A 10-3 run to start this game for the Braves. They're up by 7, less than 6 to play in the first half. Almost triple team there with George. Kick out top of the key. Noggle 3 tickles the twine.
Just
Reese
in time.
Noggle from downtown, just as you mentioned,
Just
able to
in time.
draw the zone defense. Found Noggle up top, and a very big 3-point basket made there by the junior. For Shaw, nearly lost it right in front of us in the commentary booth. Entry pass intercepted by Bastion. Now here's a tough shot, and connecting there is Reese Noggle. A pair of buckets for the junior, and a quick timeout called as the lead is cut to 2.
And the leading scorer on the Seals is starting to get hot here. No points in the first quarter. 5 early here in the second quarter, and that's exactly what the Seals need, Nick. And they've done it by getting some good inside action here. They had a nice turnover. Finally a transition basket. They need a lot more of that.
Full court press there, working, able to intercept the pass from Fashaw, going to the other end for Noggle to convert the acrobatic layup. A good open top of the key 3, an acrobatic layup for Noggle, leading all Seals scores with 5, and all 5 points coming in the last minute of action. And now we're starting to see some of that offensive production from the 12-point per game scorer.
Yeah, and Coach Ziegler on the timeout has put Asher Moyer back in the game with 2 fouls. So if I am a Seal offensive player, wherever Mr. Moyer is, I'm going right at him and make him make some business decisions about picking up a 3rd foul or try to stop me.
Blake Haddon with, I believe, 2 fouls has also just checked back into this one as well. Fashaw caught in the corner right next to us where we're located on the half-court line. Able to find, an open man. The layup, however, does not go. Haddon wanted an over-the-back foul, none called, to the chagrin of the big man.
Yeah, Blake's frustrated right now. He's got a lot of traffic in there. He felt like he got pushed there as he lost the ball out of bounds. He needs to just settle down here with 2 fouls and not do anything crazy.
Moyer getting the inbound. Right corner for Leonard. Across the world with it on the perimeter.
And obviously the Seals back into their 2-3 zone. Tried to play a little bit man there. And there he is, Mr. Shot Blocker. Leads the nation in shot blocking.
Well, that's what bakes the bread there. Blake Haddon able to block the attempt on the perimeter. Here's a left corner, hand in his face, no matter, as Gavin Bastion connects from deep. And for the first time since it was 2-0, the Seals take the lead, 11-10.
Yeah, good sign to see Gavin hot, Reese hot. Seals are starting to heat up here.
Wanted a carry, none called. Here's Dietrich on the drive. Tough shot, won't go, but a foul, and that's going to be Haddon's 3rd.
It's on Piazzu. Good break for the Seals there. Luke was in position, but he kind of jumped and twisted, and the referee didn't like that, but that's 2 on Luke.
PHU, as mentioned, picking up his second hat and had his hands in the air. He thought he had just gotten his third. Instead, it was on PHU with his second. Both teams now with 16 fouls, respectively, as Dietrich makes the first. 11-11 the score. Dietrich with another free throw to go.
Yeah, Mason Dietrich 3 for 3 so far on the night.
Janelle Bruno checks in for the first time today for the Braves. He's on the backcourt for the second free throw attempt that is missed. Board by George. I'll tell you what, we saw Johnny L. Bruno in the JV game. He was a certified bucket getter in that one. Earned himself a bit of minutes here in the second quarter. Had it, bounce pass, George, layup, it goes.
Good give it, good high-low there by Blake. Found Spencer down low. This time Spencer able to convert for the easy bucket.
Dietrich double team, cross court. Catch to Bruno, now the pass into the paint and a charge called, an offensive foul as Asher Moyer will pick up his third there on the charge.
Great defense by Spencer George. Spencer got there just in time, and tough break for Shikellamy. Moyer picks up his third foul, walking off very frustrated.
It's always frustrating, is it, to get those fouls on the offensive end of the floor.
So the shorter Braves just got a little shorter. See if the Seals could take advantage of the mismatches inside.
They'll look for George down low. He gets double teamed, looking for help. He gets help, and getting the bucket is Reese Noggle. He's got 7.
I like to see that by Spencer. He saw Reese wide open there, and just a great play by Spencer to give Reese the easy bucket.
Deflected pass finds Leonard, looking to the right corner, able to be kept in play. It's back up top for Bruno. Now the right wing, Dietrich for 3. Responds as he rattles home the triple.
Yeah, he is a good offensive player, and a tough shot there. Haddon came out, got in his face, but he made the basket anyhow. Good shot by Dietrich.
1 point game, 15-14, 3 minutes and change to go in the first half. Noggle to George, right wing, 3. Won't fall, rebound Williams. Williams, coast to coast, Euro step up. That one won't fall. And getting the defensive rebound there was Spencer George. He's got a pair of boards in this quarter.
Yeah, Williams took a tough shot there. I don't know if that's the shot Coach Ziegler wanted at that point, but he thought he had a chance there.
Bastian for 3. And not finding the rim there was Bastian. Bruno picking up the board and will go quickly with it, 4-on-4. The late run there by Williams, poked from behind by Piachu.
Both teams not running much offense. Down the floor, hey, my turn to shoot. No, it's your turn to shoot.
It's got the sense.
Back the other way.
It's got the sense of a pickup basketball game a little bit, doesn't it? As a timeout is called. It's very instinctual, I guess is the term for it. It's not a lot of game planning, not a lot of plays being called on the sideline. Sometimes in a rivalry game, you kind of prefer that. Let the big players make the big time plays, but in this case, it's led to some, we have to say, some sloppy basketball so far.
And the Seals have had issue with this all year, Nick. They just get in some spurts where they just get down and shoot a crazy shot, maybe not the best shot they want to take, instead of running their offense. And again, they have a huge size advantage that you put it inside and see what happens if you have the inside stuff. And they just scored a couple baskets in the paint there with some good passes. And then they just throw it outside and don't run anything. And Shikellamy's doing the same thing. They're just running down the floor and saying, hey, my turn to shoot. So I don't know with the timeout here. Hey, let's run some offense. Let's take advantage of the things that we can take advantage of. And for the Seals, that's got to be get it inside. And if you kick it back out and take a 3, that's fine. But let's at least get it inside and go from there.
We'll see how both of these teams adjusted out of the timeout. I can imagine both coaches are just trying to simmer the nerves down a little bit.
And Shikelamy's matched up here for the first time tonight.
They went to that zone defense for a majority of this game. They're man-to-man here with Noggle on the right wing. Guarded closely, good off-ball movement, top of the key, 3 off the backboard. But getting the board on the right corner there was Haddon. Good backdoor cut, and the shot falls for Reese Noggle. He's got 9 in the quarter.
Yeah, good steal by Blake to keep it alive, and then found Reese. Reese made a strong bucket. Good to see him go into the hole.
Right wing Williams, no. Dietrich rebound, and he'll head to the line for 2 more. As it looked like Gabriel Paul Hammis pointing the finger to himself, saying that's on me.
Yeah, the Seals are not boxing out. Dietrich's hustling in there amongst the trees and got a rebound. He wasn't boxed out. Selinsgrove standing watching shots instead of boxing people out.
Third foul there for PHU at the 1:57 mark in the first half, and earning trips to the line once more is Dietrich, but he can't convert the first. Tyler Swineford and Gavin Bastian both checking in, and making way is PHU with those 3 fouls along with Haddon.
Dietrich leading the Braves with 6 points so far here in the first half.
And he'll split the pair there from the free throw line. 2-point game, 17-15. Hey, if nothing else, it's been a close ball game so far.
And now we have, they're still matched up. I thought maybe they were going to go to a 1-3-1, but they're matched up here.
It's Noggle on the left wing, guarded by Bruno. Gets the high screen. Up top for Swineford. Tough pass, able to be grabbed there by the big man Barrelero. It's reset up top with Swineford, who plays quarterback up top. Off-ball movement looking for Cataldi. The ball poked away, and Dietrich will take it out. Dietrich, Euro step, coast to coast, blocked, gets his own board, can't convert on the second effort. Swineford gets the rebound, and they will jump it up. Possession arrow favoring the Seals.
Yeah, just scramble for the ball in there. I thought maybe Wilson picked up his second foul, but ended up jump ball in it. Possession arrow favors the Seals.
Well, the Braves with very little room to work offensively, especially in the paint. Here's a good first step by Noggle. Double team, tough shot. Oh, he's feeling it. Reese Noggle has gone nuclear in the second. He's in double digits.
Yeah, 11 points for Reese, and he's picking up where he left off against Williamsport. Just good to see him. He is so tough to the basket, almost a steal there.
And nearly getting the steal there at half court was Noggle. Well, I tell you what, he has really put on a show in this second quarter. 11 points in the quarter, 11 points total. 58 seconds left in the first half. Braves with possession down by 4.
Yeah, Reese has a size advantage against, who was that, Bruno that was in. And now he checked back out, but the Seals need a stop at a basket here. Good way to end the quarter.
Good pass down low and blocked again. There was Dietrich. Oh, Blake Haddon with another block. And Haddon coast to coast to the rack.
Wow, what a great coast to coast by Haddon. Great defensive play at the other end, and then just able to go coast to coast. There's a steal by Swineford.
Steal by Swineford, and that, well, they
got
call
foul.
it a Euro foul, usually is the term for that one, to stop the fast break. It doesn't look like it'll be a clear path foul. There was a Seal defender between the player in the basket, or a Braves defender.
Yeah, they don't do that in high school, but that was a really good foul by Dietrich to stop that fast break, and he picks up his second foul.
So with 18 fouls, it'll be Swineford at the line. And what a quarter this has been for Selinsgrove. This seems to be how the Seals can play at their best, what we have seen these last couple of minutes. 1-and-1 doesn't go. Kept in play by Noggle, getting the offensive board. Entry pass, however, too wide for Blake Haddon as it's turned over.
Yeah, good hustle there, but nothing to show for it. 23 seconds. Seals are going to try to pressure here. See if they can get something to end the half.
They have a softer full court press there as Leonard will get into the front court. Now to the left wing for Shaw, 3. That one off back iron, offensive board, and the putback goes for Brady Wilson. 6 seconds left, they'll have to hurry. Noggle crosses over, step back, oh no. Oh yeah! Reese Noggle went nuclear in the second. 13 second quarter points for Noggle as they exit the half up by 6.
What a great way to end for the Seals, and Reese, he just took over that third quarter, scored 13 points by himself, and gave the Seals a much needed boost for a 6-point halftime lead. Great job by Reese Noggle, just really taking over this game and taking the Seals and giving them a nice lead.
Well, when they needed him most, Reese Noggle was in his bag and reaching for the fries at the bottom with 13 points, including a turnaround jump shot at the buzzer to give the Seals a 23-17 lead. We'll be back with halftime coverage here live from Shikellamy. You're tuned into Selinsgrove basketball on SBC Sports Live.
Platinum Central Pennsylvania is celebrating 10 years in the mid-state, and we're offering 10 cents down for a limited time only. Come see us at any one of our 6 locations in Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Selinsgrove, and the brand new Platinum Hershey. Only 10 cents down. Your show, your flow, just bring the dough. Platinum, baby, we get you done.
Senior Helpers of Sunbury offers a comprehensive suite of programs and services that support aging in place. Our primary goal is to help provide a high quality of life for our clients and their families by delivering customized, dependable, and affordable care. If you or a loved one is interested in learning more about what Senior Helpers can do for you, visit us online, on Facebook, or in person at 39 North 4th Street in Sunbury.
And welcome back into courtside at Shikellamy High School in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. We're at halftime in this rivalry matchup between Selinsgrove and Shikellamy. The halftime score, Selinsgrove up by 6, 23-17. I'm Nicholas Severini, alongside me, Ray Moyer. Well, Coach, take a deep breath to digest that first half of action. Of all the basketball games I've ever seen, that was certainly one of them. But I'll tell you what, if there was a big storyline to be had, especially in that second quarter, it was the outright domination in the offensive categories for Reese Noggle. 13 second quarter points. He's got 13 in total and has really brought this Seals team back and into a good advantage at the half.
And that's the new Reese Noggle that we've seen the last 3 games, and including tonight now in the 4th game, where he's just taking it to the basket, making his shots, and just, just really hustling it and really carried his team here. Look for the Braves to come out and maybe box and one on him, but they certainly are going to have to pay attention to where number 4 is on the court, because he's just killing the Braves right now. We're talking about Reese, but the defense has held the Braves to 17 points, Nick, and if you can hold a team to under 20 at half, you're doing really well defensively. I'd like to see the Seals do a better job on the boards. The trademark in the last games where they won against Milton and Jersey Shore, they were really dominating the defensive rebounds, holding teams to 1 shot. Tonight, they just didn't box out. They tried to out-jump the Braves, and the Braves are really hustling. Dietrich and Wilson are doing a really good number in there. Moyer was doing a good job in there until he picked up his 3rd foul. So defensively, they're doing a great job, and offensively, somebody else has got to pick it up besides Reese.
Shikellamy has averaged 54.3 points per game coming into today. They've got 17 in the first half, 6 in the first quarter, 11 in the second. For Selinsgrove, they only had 3, in the first period. 20 points, however, in the second, giving them the advantage that they have now. And, Coach, can you break down the individual stats? We talked a lot about Reese Noggle, but who else has contributed? Yeah,
so Reese Noggle, 13 points all in the second quarter. Gavin Bastian has 6 points, 1 3-pointer, 1 for 2 from the foul line. Blake Haddon with 1 bucket, but he has had 3 blocks, a couple steals. Doing a really good job defensively. Spencer George has 2 points. Got a really nice pass in the paint, and that'll give them 23 for the half. For the Shikellamy Braves, Ryan Williams made a pair of foul shots for 2 points. Cameron Leonard hit a 3 pretty early on in the game, I believe, to give the Braves the lead 3-2, and that's been his only basket. So for the Braves, he needs to get hot in the second half. Mason Dietrich has been the big story for the Braves. He has 7 points, 1 3, and 4 for 6 at the foul line. Brady Wilson doing a nice job in the paint. He has 5 points, 1 for 2 from the foul line. So only 4 Braves have scored here, and that's just a great job by the defense.
Let's talk a bit about Shikellamy. They're down by 6 at home in this rivalry matchup. And really the first thing that I'm sure Coach Ziegler is going to do, Coach Ziegler is going to try to do is how to contain Reese Noggle. Now, it would be a desperate effort to go box and one. That's about the most aggressive you can play against a player, but desperate times sometimes call for desperate measures. What is the strategy going to be, do you think, for the Braves to get back into this ballgame and most importantly stop Reese Noggle based on how he had been scoring in the second quarter?
Yeah, well, they're only down 6, so you don't have to abandon everything that you've done. And defensively, they've done a nice job. The Seals have only scored 23, so it's not like their defense has fallen completely apart. But you got to do a better job of containing Noggle, staying in front of him. He only made 1 3. It's not like he's lighting it up from outside. But you got to say, hey, we got to know where he is at and stay in front of him. Don't let him drive. And if he does drive, the bottom guys in his zone got to get over and help, maybe take a charge against him. He has no fouls, so you got to try to get him in some foul trouble. And at the other end, sometimes you want to stop somebody offensively, you go at them defensively. So that's another thing they got to look for. But if I'm Coach Ziegler, I'd stay in my 2-3 zone with better emphasis on keeping Nago in front of us. A couple turnovers led to, I think they have 4 points in transition. So that's not really killing them either. So defensively they're doing okay. Offensively is their issue, 17 points. It's tough to shoot against. We call those guys the trees in there. But they need to drive and dish and give their outside shooters some shots, because passing on the perimeter, the Seals are able to match up on them and get a hand in their face. They're not really generating a lot of open looks. They need to do a better job of getting inside against those trees and maybe picking up some fouls instead of trying to shoot over them, or kick it out and get their good shooters some open looks.
And how about for Selinsgrove as well? They were able to really step up, 23 points ultimately in the first half, but only 3 points in the first quarter. You can't really expect, Reese Nago, he has really surprised us. You can't expect him to have that similar sort of contributions that he had in the second quarter. How do they change to be able to solidify this victory?
I think the Seals got to try to get something going in transition. They want to run. And again, as we looked against that 2-3 zone, you got to get it inside. Even if you don't score from inside, you got to get it in, make them collapse, and then your shooters are open. Or they had a nice high-low. I remember Haddon had a nice high-low to Spencer. Spencer got the ball, had a nice feed to Nago. Good things happen when you get the ball in the paint against the 2-3 zone. And a lot of things can happen. So if I'm Coach Kaiser, I'm saying, hey, let's get it inside, whether it's via the pass or dribble penetrate, but let's get inside that, take advantage of our big guys, because there for a while they went in a drought where they really weren't getting anything inside at all. And I really emphasize, let's get it in there. Defensively, keep playing like you're playing, but let's rebound better.
All right, and with that, we'll take another break, but when we return, we will have the start of second half coverage here in Sunbury, Pennsylvania at Shikellamy High School. Once again, the halftime score, Selinsgrove 23, Shikellamy 17.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, 4th generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
A one-of-a-kind experience that you will want to relive time and time again. Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge. Their team painstakingly focuses on every detail to ensure that every aspect of your experience is truly breathtaking. Whether it's a date night, special occasion, private events, both big and small, from beginning to end, Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge offers a truly remarkable experience that you and your loved ones will cherish forever. Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge, Selinsgrove.
And welcome back in alongside Ray Moyer. I'm Nicholas Severini. We're just about set to get the second half underway here from Shikellamy High School in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. The Seals a 6-point lead through the first 16 minutes of action. The referees with one last discussion, I should say, before we're getting this second half of action underway.
And the Seals looks like they're starting in their 2-3 zone. And we'll see what adjustments Coach Ziegler has made against that 2-3 zone.
Looks like one change made from their starting five that starts this second half with Piachu coming in.
And Luke has 3 fouls, so he's got to be smart here. If he picks up a 4th early, his game is going to be very limited.
Williams, Leonard, Moyer, Dietrich, and Wilson, the starting five for Shikellamy, as the second half is underway. Shikellamy attacking from left to right here in this third period.
And I was wrong. The Seals matched up. They look like they were going to start in a 2-3, but they're matched up right now.
Williams getting the high screen from Wilson, looking for options. Right wing blocked away again. Another block. This time it's Reese Nago swatting it away.
Yeah, good defense by Reese. He gave him a couple steps, didn't want to get beat on the drive, and Williams just a little too slow on his release, and Nago made him pay for it.
Leonard inbounds it all the way to the backcourt for Ryan Williams. Well, he'll cross the timeline. Now Dietrich, long ranger, that one too strong. Another offensive board. Handoff for Dietrich, and they'll say he traveled. Or rather, that was a pass to Wilson. Either way, a travel called there.
It was Mason Dietrich. He got the pass, and it was a little too much of a hurry and lost his balance a little bit. And good call by the ref. He took 3 steps. And they are in their 2-3 zone.
Going back to what really was what they were excelling at defensively in the first quarter. They only allowed 3 points. This Braves defense had with that 2-3. They go back to the zone here with Bastion on the left wing. Flipped around the right wing now. 3, gets it to go. Reese Noggle from downtown. Another made triple for Noggle as he's up to 16 in the game.
I love to see Reese take that shot. He doesn't shoot enough of those. And here's the trap again.
Moore able to avoid the trap. Able to get his pass back there was Wilson. Wilson in the post. Handoff, baseline drive, Moyer up and under. And again blocked away. This time it's Blake Haddon.
The trees answered again.
I'm going to have to think of more synonyms for blocks because I tell you what, I've utilized all of them so far.
There has been a lot.
Noggle, left wing, Piachu, 3. That one won't go. Rebound, Dietrich. Dietrich, bit of an elbow out, no foul called. They'll continue play with Leonard. Leonard on the drive. High-low pass, looking for Dietrich, and out of play as Dietrich was unable to handle it under the cylinder.
Yeah, just a little too much mustard by Leonard there, and Dietrich unable to handle it, and a turnover by the Braves.
So 26-17, Selinsgrove in the driver's seat. They're playing with a ton of confidence out of the locker room. Here's Noggle on the drive, and this time it's blocked away. Brady Wilson was able to meet Noggle at the rim.
Good help defense by Brady Wilson there. Reese not used to getting blocked because he's usually above everybody else.
Inbound to Haddon on the left elbow. George, good backdoor cut. Noggle, he couldn't gather the ball enough to take the shot. Here's Bastion. He's marked by Wilson. Up top for Haddon. Haddon double teamed, looking for the extra pass to the low block. A lot of work for George to do to keep that in play. Was unable to do so to turnover.
Yeah, Blake tried to go between 2 or 3 guys there, kind of forced the issue, and that made the turnover.
Both defenses holding firm in this second half. Good job to break the press, but just miscommunication there. And sometimes in this game when it rains, it pours. And
yeah,
the Braves offensively have really struggled to get going really throughout this game. They haven't had any sort of momentum, any sort of tempo. Seems the chemistry has just been off.
3 turnovers in a row. Williams was looking for his buddy Leonard, and Leonard went to the basket instead of going out to the corner and threw it to the wall.
Noggle calling for the isolation there. Gets triple teamed as it's poked from behind. Moyer picking it up. Leonard. Guarded by Bastion. Flip to the left wing for Williams. Williams up top for Moyer. Moyer handoff to the left wing for Leonard. Or rather, that's Williams. Now it's Dietrich up top. Dietrich, 1 dribble. Step 3 short. Rebound Haddon as Dietrich has just been unable to get going in this game.
Yeah, that shot was 4 feet from beyond the arc, and the Braves are getting a little frustrated. They're trying to get back into the game, and they're only down 9 points. But they're playing like they're down 20, trying to hurry a lot of stuff.
Had an extra pass looking for George, swatted away there by Leonard. They go quick the other end. Excellent 1-2 passing, but the open layup does not fall. Dietrich gets the offensive board. His putback doesn't go. Wilson with the board, and he's unable to hit.
Oh, the Braves just really struggling from point blank there. Had 3 good looks and nothing to fall for them. And so far this half has just been that kind of half for the Braves. They just can't get the ball in the hole, but Seals aren't really pulling away a lot here, Nick. I mean, they're up 9. They extended the leads by 3, but neither team really running any offense.
I tell you what, sometimes it's just not your day, isn't it, offensively? Yeah. But as you met, again, reiterating what you said, it's still, they're in striking distance. It's still a 9-point game. Only 1 run is required for them to really get back into the meat and potatoes of this one, but one of these guys has to step up and start making shots.
Yeah, and the Seals got to run some offense. They're just trying to create 1-on-2s and just trying to force stuff where they don't have to. Let the offense come to them.
Well, one thing's for sure, this game's still very much for the taking for either side. Seems like whatever offense starts cooking first will be the winners in this one. So far, it's Noggle that's been cooking up a delicacy offensively. He had the ball out of the point. It's with Bastian now on the right wing. He's guarded by Fashaw. Noggle, right corner. Up top for Piachu. Left corner for Haddon. Haddon surveying in front. Now Piachu on the drive, extra pass to the right corner, Bastian to the right wing for Noggle. Low block for George. George, player goes to ground, no foul called, ball was loose, picked up by Haddon up top. Calling for options. It's with Noggle on the left corner. Patient offense this has been for the Seals. Bastian, hand in his face, 3, no. Rebound in the air, George nearly won it, and a foul is going to be called as Ryan Williams and Brady Wilson both contested the rebounder, George.
Good job by Reese Noggle to keep the ball alive. Went to Spencer, battle for it. Spencer grabbed it, and Wilson committed the foul. No, it was on Williams, I'm sorry. I thought it was on Wilson. They called it on Williams. His second foul for the night.
Tyler Swineford, along with Nathan Cataldi checking in, and now Dietrich will come in after a short water break for Wilson. That was just the first team foul of this half.
They're not letting them get a chance to play defense. They're just running and shooting before they can get fouled.
I was going to say, it felt pretty start-stop. I was wondering why it was, but the quick whistle's the difference on the mistakes. Here's Noggle, double-teamed on the high block. Noggle will get it back up.
And you had mentioned, Nick, the Seals are being extra patient here on the offensive end.
Bounce pass to Cataldi. Cataldi turnaround, won't go, but a foul for Shaw disagreeing. Able to keep his temper there as he thought he had the rejection.
So Seals are finally running an offense and got a good screen, and they get the smallest guy on the floor into the low post for Cataldi, but he's able to draw the foul.
Hey, look, all 5'9" of him, Cataldi there, able to draw the foul. I'm not sure if that was the intended play design there to get Cataldi on the big down low and Fashaw, but it worked out to the benefit of him in the end.
My point guards over the years, we'd run the offense and they'd say, Coach, get me the ball in the paint. And it worked here. Good job, Nate.
Hey, 2 points is 2 points. Cataldi able to get both free throws to fall, and it's double-digit lead now for the Seals, largest lead of the day for either team. Going with the trap again, cross-court, tough play. And look out as it parels into the commentary booth where we are situated.
Good hustle by Bastian. He almost had it. Yeah, I'm awake now. John McDaniel, referee, giving me a hard time trying to wake me back up.
They're pretty friendly with the refs prior to this game.
They love me now that I don't coach anymore.
Here's the three-pointer that's all back iron, and the shot put back, count it, and the foul. It looked like that was for Shaw that was able to get the offensive board. The putback went, and he'll have the free throw to go, and that was a much needed bucket for the Braves. That's their first basket of the second half.
Xavier did a really nice job. He was all by himself on the opposite corner and crashed the boards, able to get it, and he has a chance to make a three-point play.
I'm sure our executive producer to the far right of us, Kevin Hare, had a bit of a drop moment there as the putback didn't go, and another blocked shot there by Haddon.
Yeah, the Seals are not doing a good job in general boxing out tonight. They've done that really well the last couple games. Tonight, we give credit to the Braves for out-hustling them to a lot of loose balls.
Bastian with it on the right corner. High screen from Haddon. Flipped out to Haddon on the right wing. Stepped into the three, but will give it back out to Bastian instead. Bastian, double team, extra pass. Haddon got the mismatch and got the finish.
Good job by Bastian. Drew the defense towards him, got Blake alone underneath, and Blake made the easy bucket.
Getting into the trap, it's to the left corner for Moyer. Moyer, baseline drive, extra pass, right corner, three. That one is short. Bastian gets the offensive board. Moyer to the right wing, Dietrich, three. That one is short. Cataldi looked to have touched it last. He did, unable to keep it in play. It'll stay Braves possession as Shikellamy still struggling offensively, but have been getting a couple more boards in this half.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Kaiser, I'm not happy about that at all. Size advantage. They're just trying to out-jump Shikellamy. Shikellamy's out-hustling them to the ball. They got to get a body on some of those guys, box them out, hold them to one shot.
Inbound for Shaw, left open, steps into an 18-footer. That one just a bit too strong. George picks up the board. He's off the bench and on the rebound.
Yeah, that time Spencer George boxed out. Got a good shot there.
Here's Noggle, flip to the left corner, three. That one is too strong. Put back goes for Reese Noggle.
Yeah, Cataldi had a good look, and Reese cleaned it up. But nobody boxed Reese out. You can't do that to a kid with that ability.
They get it into the front court with Wilson.
And there's that foul line trap that has just caused teams fits this year.
Dietrich on the back door, won't go, but a foul is called to the chagrin of the Seals faithful. 2 free throws to come.
Yeah, good look to find Dietrich wide open underneath. And good foul by Bastion because Dietrich's going to make that, so make him earn it at the foul line. 4 for 6 on the night for Dietrich.
He's made a couple, he's missed a couple. Dietrich at the charity stripe as he heads to the line for 2 here. A 32-19 ball game, buck 37 in the third. First one gets the shooter's touch. Gabe Paul Hamus checking in, re-enters, along with Luke Piachu. Bastion and Haddon both making way for the changes. As the second for Dietrich goes off the back of the rim. Rebounded there, grabbed by Selinsgrove's Reese Noggle. Cataldi into the left corner, and that one short for 3. Offensive rebound, George poked from behind. George gets it back, gets his dribble back, goes for the backdoor cut, and a foul is called.
I think they might give Spencer 2 shots on that. I thought he was trying to pass it. Referee Corey Hauser saying no, he was shooting.
Well, Spencer George doesn't know much about it either, doesn't he? He was prepared to inbound.
Yeah, I thought Spencer was trying to get it down low, but hey, the referee's opinion's the only one that counts.
The Shikellamy faithful just
Coach
noticing this.
Coach Ziegler pleading with the referee, said he was trying to pass it.
Yeah, well, George was there to inbound, right? He was getting ready to go to the baseline as he was unable to make the first free throw. He's shooting in the 50s percentage-wise for free throws this season.
He missed the first.
Second free throw up, and that one goes off a back iron. Dietrich picking up the board.
Seals are matched up here with 1:14 to go in the quarter.
Left elbow drive, Wilson, tough shot, count it. And the foul, Brady Wilson with the basket and one. Was a good bucket as well.
Yeah, Brady Wilson, 7 points already tonight. He's averaging 4.4 a game, and he's got 7 with a chance to make it 8 here. He's holding his own against these much bigger Seal guys.
Well, the senior had to have a big game. He has really contributed now. Able to get the N1 there, cut it to a 10-point lead. He'll have the free throw to go. He is 2 of 5 coming into today from the free throw line, and he gets a pretty friendly bounce there off the back of the rim, off the backboard, and in to make it a 9-point game.
Yeah, Brady Wilson having a really good game tonight and keeping his team within striking distance.
Piachu to the left corner. Noggle, I'm sure he thought about NBA range. We'll reset up topping instead for Piachu. Now Noggle, head of steam, gets by the first vendor, kicked out. Cataldi for 3. And that one is short. He is 0 of 3 from downtown tonight.
Yeah, Cataldi's struggling from the three-point range. The last couple games he's been money, and tonight Nate hasn't found it yet.
Got to have a short memory if you're a shooter. Here's Wilson turning away. That one is short, gets his own board. Floats one up, it gets poked on the attempt. No foul called as Noggle takes it quickly. Noggle takes it to the rack. Tough shot off glass, no. Fashaw picks up the board, goes to ground, had it stolen away on the third putback, count it.
Wow. Noggle misses the layup.
Well, there's a lot to digest
Bruno
there.
got it, fell on the floor, threw it to Haddon. Haddon fires it up and goes right back to Reese for the easy putback. Great hustle by the Seals, not giving up on the play. Big turn of events there.
I tell you what, Shikellamy, they just can't buy a break at this point, can they? They're able to get an and one, couldn't convert, or they did convert it, but then on the other end, a quick and one, just as quickly converted by Reese Noggle to increase the advantage to 13 with 20 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, and who does it go to? Their leading scorer. It goes right to him. He gets the easy putback.
Dietrich tries to go quick. Oh, would have been a beautiful finish, was unable to get it. 10 seconds left, Cataldi alone, extra pass, the lob, and the finish.
Wow, there's the transition basket the Seals need to get. What a good finish for the third quarter for the Seals.
They have been cooking up something good in this third quarter. They lead 37-23. Final 8 minutes when we return. You're tuned in to Selinsgrove basketball on SBC Sports Live.
A one-of-a-kind experience that you will want to relive time and time again. Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge. Their team painstakingly focuses on every detail to ensure that every aspect of your experience is truly breathtaking. Whether it's a date night, special occasion, private events, both big and small. From beginning to end, Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge offers a truly remarkable experience that you and your loved ones will cherish forever. Isabella Restaurant and Cocktail Lounge, Selinsgrove.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, certified Hyundai and Lincoln sales consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Shikellamy, certified Ford sales professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford certified sales consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, fourth generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
And welcome back into the commentary booth here in Shikellamy High School. It's a 37-23 lead for Selinsgrove. Reese Noggle with 23 points. Just a terrific showing as the Seals have been starting to pick it up towards the end of that third quarter and have mounted up the largest lead of the day.
Braves going into a half-court trap, broken by the Seals.
Bastion left elbow floater up and short offensive rebound. And anywhere the ball goes, it seems like Reese Noggle follows.
He has just got a nose for the ball, and he's just getting so many easy putbacks to go along with his great drives. Good defense by Paul Hamus. The crowd thought maybe a foul there. Williams wanted a foul, but the referee had a better view than we did and said no foul, no sir.
Reese Noggle has outscored his crosstown rivals in Shikellamy 25-23. It's a total score of 39-23. Nearly got a steal as well. He has had his magnum opus this evening. Pass out to the left corner. Braves trying to ignore the scoreboard and get a run going. They need a run to get back into this one. Wilson shot, no, and getting the board there, stripping away the defender, was Blake Haddon.
And Blake Haddon blocked that shot. That's why it was short. He got a piece of it. Wasn't a spectacular volleyball spike, but it was even better that he blocked it and kept it in play.
Bastion passes intercepted. A long run for Dietrich. Floater up, no. And the putback off iron as Haddon picks up the pieces. 3-on-2 the other end. Haddon had it poked away there by Williams. Williams a 2-on-2. Oh, rejected, but a foul. A foul called there on Noggle.
It seems like every shot Williams is trying to take, it's been sent the other way by Noggle that time. And that's Pietsu's fourth. It was not on Noggle. Pietsu got him with the body, and that is his fourth foul.
Well, if that was clean, it would have blown the roof off the joint. Instead, 2 free throws coming up here for Williams. Third leading scorer on the season, 7.8 a game, 61% from the charity stripe. He's unable to convert on the first. And Barillero will come back in for Paul Hamus.
Pietsu staying in the game with 4 fouls. I'm a little surprised by that with almost 7 minutes to go.
Second free throw up and in, so he'll split the pair at the line. 39-24 the scoreline, 6:50 to play.
Braves going with a half-court trap, 1-2-2 trap. You want to beat that in the middle.
And Noggle 3. He gets the bounce. When it goes. And for Reese Noggle, he has just been electric. The Reese Noggle show this evening.
He is breaking the back of the Braves here tonight.
Dietrich can't respond. Offensive rebound and putback goes for Asher Moyer.
And that's Asher's first bucket of the night. He was in foul trouble in first half, has had to sit a lot, able to get another offensive rebound.
Still with that half-court press, Bastion able to break it. Tough pass finds Haddon. To the right corner, Barillero. Barillero on the drive. Tough shot. Won't go, but a foul as Dietrich went into contest.
I like that by Val. He got that skip pass, went to the basket, drew the foul. Chance to make some foul shots for Val.
Well, you get a player like Barillero who has struggled at the line, and you can practice all you want during these practices, but does it mean something different to make him into the game? Because obviously he's probably made hundreds in practice, but in the game, as he's finally able to make the first of the day, now 1 of 3 from the line. In the game, does that give you that little bit more confidence as a free throw shooter.
Yeah, and that's why coaches say, like, okay, you're on the line. You got to make these or we run. You want to put pressure on them just like in the game. So you always want to make foul shots with pressure.
He'll split the pair there, and Dietrich was able to get the board in a crowd. Leonard now on the drive, able to get away from contact, but an offensive foul there called.
Foul. Good.
Offensive foul called on Leonard. Do you agree with the call?
Yeah, well, no. It doesn't matter what I think, but it was good acting by Cataldi. He kind of backed off, and Leonard gave him a bump, but just nothing going right for the Braves right now. That could have gone either way, and it went for the Seals.
In 43-26 scoreline, the window closing. Haddon, he threw down the slamma-jamma. The exclamation mark on this one.
Great pass. Great pass by Bastion on the diagonal. Blake took his time, threw it down with authority.
Now Williams had it poked from behind by Cataldi. And a foul occurring, I believe that was before the shot.
Yeah, Val pushed
him
him
with the drive.
Val pushed him on the way in.
So Barillero picks up his second. It'll be Williams, the inbounder. On the baseline, had it poked, had it deflected, I should say. Leonard picking it up. Leonard trying to take it himself, double team, flip to the left wing. Moyer had it now, left corner three, that one off. And the rebound grab there by Cataldi.
Yeah, Seals just could take their time right now. Noggles out of the game. Nice look.
And Barillero unable to get the finish with Dietrich picking the pieces up in the perimeter. Here's Williams now on the drive. A swat attempt. The shot didn't go as Haddon somehow came away with the basketball. 2-on-2 the other end. Outlet pass for Cataldi. It finds him on the low block. To the right wing for Bastion. Will take their time with it. They'll call the plays from the sideline.
Smart play by Gavin just to pull it out.
Cataldi guarded by Williams. Now Haddon on the right wing. Have to get some movement going. Is able to get to Swineford on the right corner. Swineford left wing for Bastion. Good half-court passing this has been for the Seals. Haddon getting guarded closely, and a foul called there. A hand check on Cameron Leonard.
Yeah, that was a deliberate foul. The Seals were smartly just running a little clock there. The Braves saw what was going on, and a good foul by Leonard to put Haddon on the line here.
So Haddon at the line for a 1-and-1. They're in the bonus now with the 17 fouls for the Braves. Bastion checking out. So it's Cataldi, Noggle, Haddon, along with Swineford and George, the five on the floor for Selinsgrove, as Haddon is able to make the first of the 1-and-1. 20-point lead, the largest lead of the night.
Yeah, Seals just got to take care of the ball against their press, play good defense, try to hold them to one shot and make their foul shots, and it'll be a sweet victory for the Seals.
Haddon second, tickles the twine after a rattle on the cylinder. Well, after the first quarter, we weren't exactly sure what to expect from this one. And then it became really the Reese Noggle show ultimately in the end, as there's a foul under the cylinder, and it looked like that's Mason Dietrich. Well, give Mason Dietrich credit. He's played the full from the first minute to the last minute. He's been playing a ton, giving effort on both ends. He earns another trip to the line.
I love the way Mason Dietrich plays. He has a really good motor, really tough kid, gets in there and mixes it up. He's maybe 6'1", 6'2", but he plays bigger than that. And he's just always going after the ball.
You know, it's funny, I'm just looking at the listings. He's listed as 6 foot, which is pretty fascinating. I wouldn't be surprised if he led the all rebounders for the Braves, I should say, today. He's averaging 4.5 a game, which is the most on the Braves, just at 6 feet tall even. A real high effort type of player. I'm sure a coach's pet, so to speak.
Yeah, yep. A little late there by Wilson trying to get the steal, ran into Cataldi, and Cataldi will shoot 1-and-1.
Saw there Blake Haddon as well do a couple keepy-ups with the basketball in honor of the World Cup that was played a couple months ago. So another foul there as Cataldi heads to the line for another 1-and-1. Cataldi's first, that one goes off of the back iron. Moyer gets the board.
Seals just need to play some solid defense here.
Williams guarded by Cataldi. Right wing for Moyer, Swineford marking. Baseline pass finds Williams. Up top for Leonard. Leonard on the drive. Tough hand layup, and it goes. Contested layup falls there from Leonard.
Good basket by Cam Leonard. Took it tough against Noggle, who's also a really good shot blocker. Cam made the basket.
Leonard averaging 11 a game, but was quiet. Full court press works as Williams gets the steal and just unable to connect there with Dietrich in the end.
Yeah, they had a 3-on-1, and they had Leonard in the corner, and just that kind of night for the Braves. Just threw it away with a 3-on-1 and nothing to show for it.
Well, they'll look to have short memories, the Braves. 3.5 to play. I guess 17 points. Theoretically, it is possible, but it would take a certain collapse by the Seals to get the Braves back into this one. They have a couple short trips they're at home the next couple of games as they play Milton and Jersey Shore, both at home. A chance for them to rebound for what is expected to be a rivalry loss in this one. This is a team, Shikellamy, that dominated the season-on-season matchup. As we're going to get a foul here right at center court. It looks like that's going to be, I believe, on Haddon. It looks to be on Haddon there.
They made the steal. Blake tried to reach to get it back, and Steve Jacoby called the foul on Haddon. So now Moyer on the line for a one-on-one, his first foul. Oh, he missed the first two in the first quarter. So chance to redeem himself here with a one-on-one.
Moyer's first of the 1-and-1 is able to get nothing but net there. I have to give credit, by the way. They never get credit, so you have to give them credit. I would say the officials had officiated this match fairly well. You could tell with the high tension in pregame and the fact that this is a crosstown rivalry. They've really been on top of everything, I would say.
Oh, yeah, there was at no time that this game was out of control. 3 veteran referees. They both do a good job. I know they all do a good job. I know when I saw any one of those guys when I was a coach, I was happy to see them because I knew that they would do a good job.
I remember doing District 11 basketball in eastern Pennsylvania. Whenever any of these guys were on the floor, I knew it was going to be a good officiated game. Here's a left corner three. Tickles the twine there. A made three by Gabe Paul Hamus.
Yeah, Gabe's maybe first or second shot of the night, and he's an excellent three-point shooter. Didn't get a chance to shoot much tonight. Made him pay on that one.
Williams, long ranger, can't respond as this one will go out of play. It'll be Seals possession with 2:54 to go.
Yeah, Ryan Williams just having a tough night. 3 points tonight, no field goals, and just there'll be better days ahead for Ryan.
It's a long season, isn't it?
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's about having that short memory, as you mentioned, to get back into this one. But Shikellamy, this one's going to sting, you have to say, because defensively, I would say they were very astute, especially in the first half. But Reese Noggle went on the run as there's an open layup. That one's going to go there from Piachu.
Yeah, it's nice to see Luke get on the scoreboard here. He does a lot of the dirty work, plays the defense. Gets in there and scraps, gets the rebounds, and there he gets a chance to get on the board. And it looks like Shikellamy is going to empty their bench here.
Waving the white flag, so to speak, as the starters are still on the floor for the time being. Leonard has it, good pass, and the layup, able to get the round home. This has been the best quarter offensively for the Braves.
Yeah, their trap is slowing down the Seals. They've got 1 or 2 turnovers off of it.
George, 18-footer, too strong. Poked up into the air and won in the end by Williams. Leonard trying to roll quickly. 1-2 back to Leonard. Low block lay. Can't get the bounce. Rebound there from Piachu. Attempted cherry pick for Haddon. Defense comes back in time, and a good contest there on the layup attempt from Noggle. As both benches will empty with $1:44 to play. Selinsgrove, a game that was meant to be played at home. And it's going to be home sweet home when they return to Selinsgrove, as they will expect to improve to 8-5 on the season. What has been a very impressive showing, especially in the second half.
Yeah, a big win in many ways. It was supposed to be, like you just said, Nick, a home game, so they're getting a big road win here against their rivals. More importantly, in the District 4, District 6, Selinsgrove seeded 2, Shikellamy seeded 3, and now this is going to stretch that gap a little further. And it's not clinch time yet for the playoffs, but it's looking really good for the Seals right now to be in that postseason playoff.
The bench emptied. Darrell Scholl has it up top for Paul Hamus. Now Smith on the right wing. Good bounce pass for Swineford, double teamed, and a good contest in the painted area. Williams has it on the right wing. Handoff for Fisher. Williams crosses over, plays with his foot, spins, turns, drives, and finishes. Good basket there by the junior Williams.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Ryan. We're just saying he had a tough night. made up for it a little bit there with a really nice spin in the paint.
Cataldi across the timeline. To Paul Hamas. Now left corner, Cataldi again. Bounce pass. Into the low block intended for Smith. And once again, good defensive efforts there for the Braves in the end. You love being able to see that they've been putting in the full effort throughout the game despite the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, and the JV's in the game. It's big. They get to play in front of a big crowd. You know, some of them very little varsity experience, so it's good for all the JVs involved too.
Fisher on the left corner. I'm going to bring up another soccer reference here. The USMNT I Believe That We Will Win chant being sung by the Sealed faithful. They know the result of this one eventually, what it's going to be, as that's another missed shot there by the Braves. The time ticking down. Cataldi will cross the timeline, and it looks like he's going to see this one out.
Yeah, great win. Great road win for the Seals. Just a really good job, really good defensive effort by the Seals tonight.
As the clock ticks away, Cataldi held it to the end. That's going to wrap things up here at Shikellamy. We'll take one quick break. We'll have post-game recap when we return. You're tuned in to Seals basketball on SBC Sports Live.
Platinum Central Pennsylvania is celebrating 10 years in the mid-state, and we're offering 10 cents down for a limited time only. Come see us at any one of our 6 locations in Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Selinsgrove, and the brand new Platinum Hershey. Only 10 cents down. Your show, your flow, just bring the dough. Platinum, baby, we get you done.
And welcome back in. The gymnasium beginning to empty. It was a great atmosphere throughout this one, but from Sunbury, Pennsylvania, it's Selinsgrove, the road team, with the victors, becoming, I should say, the victors in this crosstown rivalry, defeating the Shikellamy Braves, a final score of 52-35. And we'll get right into it. Head coach Ray Moyer alongside me. I'm Nicholas Severini. Coach, really your thoughts on this one and what was ultimately a really prudent Seals victory, especially in that second half.
Yeah, first half both teams really sloppy with the ball. Both teams having problems scoring. Second half, the difference, well, the second quarter and the third quarter were just dominated by Reese Noggle, who just took over the game, gave the Seals the lead, and then they just extended it in the third quarter. And give also credit to the Seals defense playing that 2-3 zone, looking to trap where they could, just really caused a lot of fits for the Braves all night. Shikellamy just couldn't get it going offensively. 17 points in the first half and only 18 points in the second half. That's not going to win you many games. So kudos to the Seals on their great defense, and you know they get to enjoy this one, and then they go back to the Seal Dome, water mains permitting, to play Saturday afternoon against Shamokin, who is also near the top of the league, so that'll be a huge game for the Seals. But just an overall great performance by the Seals in a big game, in a loud gym, and a fun night for the Seals.
I didn't even realize it's a bit ironic, isn't it? A team called the Seals not able to play at their home court because of a water leak, right? I would assume that would be in their element. But.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way, Nick, but yeah, you're right. The Seals are a little afraid of the water, I guess.
And now, Coach, run us through the final individual scores with, of course, the headliner being Reese Noggle.
Yeah, Reese Noggle had 28 points, just a huge second quarter with 13 and another 10 in the third, and that's where the Seals really pulled away, and a lot of that was Reese along with the defense. Reese finished with 3 3-pointers on the night, 1 for 1 from the foul line. Gavin Bastion had 8 points. He had 1 3 and 1 for 2 from the foul line. Val Barolero with 1 point, 1 for 3 from the foul line. Blake Haddon had 6, 2 for 2 from the foul line, but Blake had a lot of great blocks, a lot of steals. Defensively, he was the key to the Seals, just changing a lot of shots against the Braves. And, of course, he had that monster jam in the fourth quarter, which, as you said, just, put the icing on the cake for the Seals. Spencer George, 2 points, 0 for 2 from the foul line. Luke Pietzu, 2 points on the night. Gabe Paul Hamas with a 3 in the fourth quarter for 3. And Nate Cataldi, tough night for Nate. He's been lighting it up lately. He was 2 for 3 from the foul line for 2 points. For the Shikellamy Braves, Wyatt Williams finished with 5 points. Cameron Leonard finished with 5. Asher Moyer with 5 points. Mason Driek played an excellent game tonight. He had 10 points, 1 3-pointer, and he was 6 for 9 from the foul line. Xavier Falshaw with just 2, and Brady Wilson with almost doubling his season average with 8 points for a total of 35 for the Braves.
So with that, Shikellamy drops to 4-8 on the season. They'll play Milton and Jersey Shore in their next 2 games. Selinsgrove improve to 8-5 on the season. They've got games against Shamokin area and Central Mountain. You can catch those 2 upcoming matchups live on SBC Sports Live. But with that, that's going to wrap things up here at Shikellamy High School. For our executive producer Kevin Herr, our technical director Nick Frudeau, and our videographers Max Reithold and Sharik Flowers, along of course with my color commentator, the coach Ray Moyer. I'm Nicholas Severini saying so long from Sunbury. Once again, your final score: Selinsgrove 52, Shikellamy 35. This production of Selinsgrove basketball on SBC Sports Live is a product of SBC Sports Productions.